This Bolivar Liberators sports broadcast is made possible by these great sponsors. Be sure to tell them how much you appreciate their sponsorship of Liberator athletics and support of our kids. These sponsors are Bank of Missouri, Bolivar Recreation Center, Southwest Sewer and Septic, Ankrum Law, Mid-Missouri Bank, Warwick Electric, Citizens Memorial Hospital, Roten Cleanworks, CNC Farm and Home Supply, Winfield Pack Service, Hometown Furniture and Mattress, Bolivar Flooring, Butler Funeral Home, Bill Grant Ford, Black Rock Arms, Animal Care Clinic, Oak Star Bank, Farmers Market of Bolivar, and Bolivar Plumbing, Heating and Air. Thanks for listening to this Bolivar Liberator sports broadcast made possible by these proud sponsors. Tell them how much you appreciate their sponsorship of Liberator athletics and the support of our kids.
Welcome to Monett High School, where the Bolivar Liberators are set to take on the Monett Cubs. And Jason Ingold is by my side here. He's graciously accepted the invitation to help me. And we also have Kent Otto on the video, as always. And then I've recruited our statistician tonight is Lynn Coffey. And so glad he was able to join us. Both Trina and Kim couldn't make it tonight. And Lynn promised me he was going to be a fantastic statistician. Also, Lynn Coffey happens to be on the school board. So if you want to text me questions to ask Lynn middle of the game, I'm happy to take those as they come in. So, Jason, we know we've had a couple of successful games lately. Most recently, we were able to beat McDonald County earlier in the week, and then this Monett team seems like they've struggled a little bit this year. They're 7-10 and not a lot of common opponents, so it's kind of hard to see what we're getting into, but it feels like perhaps we have the advantage going into this game.
Yeah, one would think, we've started out pretty cautious the last couple games, I'd say, seeing some zone defenses, and maybe that's kind of the MO on us. But honestly, even seeing that, we've been able to have the lead going into halftime the last couple games and figured it out and really look strong.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm excited about tonight. Obviously, unless you've been living in a cave somewhere, there's a potential storm coming in. So we've got an earlier start tonight. Our Futures had their game earlier. No freshman game tonight. Futures played at 4 o'clock, and they ended up winning 56-38 and looked good doing it. So that's a good start to the night. Just a few more shout-outs. Our sophomores team, which Robbie puts together a sophomore team every once in a while just to get kids more minutes, and they went over to the El Dorado Springs tournament, and they won all 3 games to win that tournament. They started out by beating the Stockton C team and then beat a Fort Scott team as well, and then finally to win it all, they beat Nevada. And so a really good showing for our sophomore team, and I know they're excited to get those chances to play more basketball.
Yeah, that championship game last night, I had the pleasure of being there, and we led from start to finish. I think it was 19-2 right off the bat, and so we really looked strong as the week went on and continued it today.
Yeah, it seems like Liberator basketball just keeps getting better and better with each game we play. Jason, another thing, not to look past this game, but we do have a pretty fun tournament ahead of us next week if weather permitting. You want to kind of talk about the bracket and the seeding there and what we should expect?
Yeah, you bet. We have some returning teams that are kind of staples in the tournament. It is the 91st annual tournament for this and sponsored by Bank of Missouri. So we have Republic. They return. Helias is another one. Warrensburg and Branson, and, of course, your Liberators. New teams are Missouri Warriors. I believe that's like a homeschool team, maybe, out of Springfield. Then Jeff City Jays and Central out of Springfield are the new opponents. And it starts Thursday. It's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday tournament, but there's a game on Wednesday at 4 p.m., the 1-8, which is Republic and Missouri Warriors. So Bolivar, they play the last game on Thursday, next Thursday, the 29th. They play at 7 o'clock, and we play Warrensburg. And then the winner of that will play Branson and Central on Friday.
Yeah.
So it would be great to have an opportunity to play Branson again.
It would be, and then we could potentially, if things go well, we might face Helias in a championship game, and I know they might be coming after us just like we're coming after Branson. But a lot of teams travel a long ways to come to this tournament. Really appreciate it. I mean, in previous years, I think Thayer drove all the way up for it. And with the weather, let's hope that if we do get the weather they're talking about, that we can get that cleared out and have a successful tournament with no delays. I know those teams coming from far off would appreciate that as well.
Yeah, I know Elias, they usually I think they might spend both nights here. And, it's a great tournament because you also get your JV playing in the Aux Gym, and that's great. And so good experience for everybody. I think the freshmen are in a Willard tournament next week also.
Okay.
I believe so.
Yeah, so a lot of exciting basketball. The girls just finished the Gary Keeling tournament this week, and they ended up going 1-2 in that tournament. Their overall record right now is 13-5, so still a really good season there. And then they are, let's see here, they are home against Marion C. Early for their next game. That's on the 27th. And then they go to Camdenton, and then they start getting into the conference games just like we will as well. So we've got about 5:42 or 5:41 left in this warm-up here. We're going to take a really quick break. We'll come back. You are watching Bolivar Liberators Sports on MoSportsZone.com and listening on Your Country 99.
You're listening to 99.1 KYOO, halfway, 1200 AM KYOO, and 102.9 K275 CD Bolivar.
Mid-Missouri Bank has crossed another huge benchmark. They've paid their Midmo customers more than $8 million in Casasa rewards. Join Midmo in the race to $10 million. Get in on your share of the earnings today. Whether it's cash back on debit card swipes or a high interest rate on checking and savings account balances, Midmo Bank pays you for the spending activity you're probably already doing. You deserve more for your money. How does more money sound? Open an account in minutes at openaccounts.midmobank.com. Mid-Missouri Bank. Member FDIC.
At Animal Care Clinic, they're not just another veterinary clinic, they're your pet's best friend. Their team, led by Doctors Levin and Lindsay Roten, offer top-notch care for all animals, big and small. From intensive care and checkups to pet supplies and grooming, they've got it covered. Keep your furry friend healthy and happy. Schedule an appointment today at animalcarebolivar.com. That's animalcarebolivar.com. Animal Care Clinic. Their name says it all.
What would happen to your kids, home, finances, or even your business in an unexpected life event? At Ankrum Law, we understand that planning for the future is a gift to your loved ones. This is Jesse Ankrum, and I'm ready to help you secure your legacy with expert guidance in estate planning. From wills to trust, we provide comprehensive solutions tailored to your unique needs. For more information or to book your free estate planning consultation, visit AnkramLawFirm.com. Ankrum Law, helping you protect what matters most.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisement.
No matter where this season takes you, the Bank of Missouri is here. We know a better life begins with a secure financial future. As a community bank, we work with you to understand your priorities and the changes that affect your finances. So wherever life takes you, we're here to help, just like we have been for 130 years. Get started at bankofmissouri.com. Live well, play well, bank well.
Mr. Google wants you to think you can fix your car on the internet. If you can just figure out what's wrong without talking to those greedy dealers, you'll save lots of money. At Bill Grant Ford, our appointment book fills every week with people who started on Google. And you might be surprised to know the labor rate in our shop is not the highest in town. What we can do for you is bring experience and training to a world filled with internet noise. We encourage you to be informed when it comes to maintaining your vehicle. And when your vehicle starts asking for help, see why it's better in Bolivar at Bill Grant Ford.
Welcome back to Monett. We've got about 2.5 minutes before game time. Not sure if they'll do a national anthem or not. If they will, we'll take a quick break for that. You know, we're looking at this gym. It's a really nice gym, Jason. Pretty spacious. I think it's relatively new. I don't know exactly when it was built, but a good facility here. See some banners over on the wall. Monett's had some success in football. They've got some state championship banners over there, 71, 77, 2000, or no, let's see. And then we got 2016, and then a couple of wrestling championship banners there. So a little history there with Monett, but looks like they're still trying to decorate the walls here.
Yeah, I think they're I think he might be in the Hall of Fame. Daryl Bradley is a name down here, kind of put wrestling on the map. It's kind of been kind of almost like a Kelly Holt for wrestling, and so assigning some different officials. But, nice facilities, even the middle school across the parking lot. Everything looks brand new.
Yeah, there's the brand new middle school, and I think that school that's further down is maybe their intermediate now, so kind of similar to what we've done. You repurpose one of the older schools while you get some new facilities. So we've got a minute and 20 left. Let's go through some starting lineups here, assuming that they don't do a national anthem. This game is sponsored by Mid-Missouri Bank, and as always, we're thankful for that sponsorship. And then we've got other sponsors we'll get through as the game goes on. And it does look like we will do the national anthem. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with starting lineups. You're watching Bolivar Liberators Sports on MoSportsZone.com and listening on Your Country 99.
Blackrock Arms has moved. Find the best deals on guns, ammo, optics, knives, and more at 2270 Springfield Avenue, right next to Ace Hardware in Bolivar. Same great service, now with more space to explore, from days out on the range to outdoor adventures. Blackrock Arms has you covered. Visit in-store or online at blackrockarms.com.
Blackrock Arms, you punch your patriots!
Looking to transform your home from the ground up? Step into Bolivar Flooring, where style, comfort, and durability begin. Discover the largest selection in town. Classic hardwood, modern vinyl, plush carpet, stunning tile, plus custom showers, backsplashes, and fireplaces. Find the look you love with expert help every step of the way. Walk on excellence, live in comfort with Bolivar Flooring. Located at Carlin Acres, just south of Bolivar off of Highway 13.
Stay active and energized at the Bolivar Recreation and Aquatic Center. Hit the gym, take a fitness class, or shoot some hoops in the full-size gymnasium. They've got a seasonal indoor pool, top-notch equipment, flexible class options, and convenient childcare while you work out or attend activities. Need space for an event? Rent out the gym, studio, or multi-purpose rooms, perfect for parties, meetings, or team events. Open daily with hours to fit your schedule. Bolivar Recreation and Aquatic Center, where Bolivar comes to move. Located just off Broadway. Join the action today.
Hi, this is Mike Jones. Trust Bolivar Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning for expert home comfort solutions. From plumbing repairs to heating and air conditioning, our experienced team delivers honest quality and service. For reliable comfort, trust Bolivar Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
Call 777-55-55. 777-55-55.
Welcome back to Monett. We're just about to take hold of this game. Jason, do you want to go over the starting lineups? Starting with, I guess, your Bolivar Liberators.
You betcha. Okay, so to start our five, we got Colton Ingold, junior, number 1. Then we have Lucas Polk, senior for us, number 5. Matt Giglio at guard, number 12. Senior, number 10. My fault. Canyon Adams, senior, number 15. And then to round out the starting five, we have Wyatt Campbell as a senior, number 22. For Monett, we have Bryce Hoyt, number 1. He's a junior. We have Carson Nesterode, number 10. He's a junior also. And we have Brady Ray, number 12. He's a sophomore. We have Jack Stevens, number 13. He's a junior. And then the senior we have tonight for them is Alec Meeks, number 35.
Okay. As Monett gets to set to start or give their starters over the intercom with the Chicago Bulls guitar in the background. The Bolivar Liberators are going to be wearing their away blues with the gold trim, gold numbers. Monett with the white jerseys, gold numbers, and purple trim. Liberators will be on your radio dial going right to left, Monett left to right. I do see quite a few other banners there. If I would have just put my head up a little higher there, Jason, across the way, there's several more banners there. I just haven't bothered to look that high. So All right. Of course, this was Monett's court warming, and got to see the crowning there, and the young lady that took that one was elated. That was fun to watch. She was pretty happy about it.
Absolutely.
And as we set to tip off here, we've got Meeks set to tip off against Campbell. Looks like Monett's doing a very defensive tip here. Tip is up and controlled by the Liberators. Ingold up top, dribbles to the right, and hands off to Giglio. Back to Polk on the right wing. Looks down, nothing doing. Kicks it back out. Now back to Wyatt Campbell. He dips it down low. No good by Polk. Rebound by Monett. Meeks is going to drive it down. All the way down to the corner to Ray. Ray dribbles back out to Hoyt. All the way to the right wing to Nesselrode, and he dribbles it back up. These numbers are really hard to see, by the way, Jason.
Yeah, they sure are.
Handoff back to Hoyt. Cross-court pass to Ray. Back to Stevens. Stevens with a shot at the free throw line and rolls in for two for the first baskets of the game. Monett with a soft press here into man-to-man. Wyatt Campbell on the left wing dribbles it back out to Giglio. Inside, he cross-court passes to Adams, and then back to Colton Ingold there, and he kicks it back out.
It almost looks like a 2-3 zone now.
It is. It looked like man, and I think they've settled into zone. Colton Ingold from the right wing, and boom! 3 points for him to get started here. Liberators lead 3-2 with 6:36 in the first quarter.
That's what Coach wants, that inside-out action.
That's the only way you're going to get those good shots is you gotta pinch them in and then kick it back out. Stevens dribbles over to the left, and he loses it out of bounds, and they're going to say it stays with Monett. They're good defense by the Liberators, so the Monett Cubs will inbound on their own basket.
Yeah, we moved that ball a little quicker than the last few games coming out, but
boy, we had a sluggish start last game. Let's hope we can not do that today. Ray dribbles in, kicks it back out to Nesselrode. Nesselrode swings it all the way over to Meeks. Meeks is going to drive in on Polk. He's going to shoot over the top. It's going to roll on top of the backboard. Rebound by Ingold. He's going to go all the way down to Adams for an easy two. Great up and down play by the Liberators to make it 5-2.
That's one way to do it. Beat the zone down the floor.
Yeah, Ray's trapped down in the corner, and he's dribbling, and they're going to get Campbell for a little bit of a block there. So that'll be his first team foul. We had him trapped in the corner. We just kind of let him out.
Yeah, gave him that baseline.
Monett looks to inbound. Hoyt finds Meeks. Out top to Ray. Now to Hoyt, back to Stevens. A lot of movement here. Corner three by Hoyt, and it is good to bring this game 5-5. Now we try to beat him down the court. The pass intended for Polk and couldn't handle it out of bounds. That'll be a turnover back to the Monett Cubs. So 5-5 here with 5:36 to go in the first quarter. Pressure by the Liberators here. Monett gets it across half court. Swing pass over to Stevens, and then he looks to pass it to Nesselrode. Nesselrode was not looking for the pass, and that's going to go out of bounds. That'll be a turnover by Monett. Give the Liberators the ball back.
Yeah, hopefully we can capitalize on that simple mistake here.
Yeah, seemed like an unforced turnover there. Robbie was barking out a call here. Let's see what he's got planned. Handoff to Adams at the top of the key.
Lob play.
It's the lob play, and it was there. The shot by Campbell rolls in and out, no good, and Monett's going to push. But Colton Ingold said, no, I'm not going to let that happen, and he shoved the ball way out of bounds there. That was a strong block by Ingold. You're not going to talk good about him, so...
I appreciate the fact that he helped the young gentleman up off the floor.
There you go. The design play was there, just Campbell just couldn't get it to fall. Monett's going to inbound. Stevens down to Ray, out top to Meeks. Back top to Hoyt. Back up top to the left wing, dribbled over. And now Ray's going to take a deep three from the right wing, no good, but Monett's going to get the rebound. And now Hoyt's going to do a long three from the left wing, no good. Rebound Ingold, and he's going to dribble up.
Oh, they're going to shoot it tonight.
They are going to shoot it. Ingold over to Giglio. Giglio's looking down low to poke, and then he looks cross court down to Wyatt Campbell. Great pass to Wyatt Campbell for an easy two on the opposite block. That brings it to 7-5 Bolivar.
Yeah, that's not an easy angle for that pass.
That was a tough pass for sure, yeah. Hoyt, another three from the right wing, and it rattles in. That's his second three. 8-7 Monett. Giglio gets it across half court, passes to Adams. Adams going to dribble in, and then he's going to kick it back out. Ingle at the top of the key. He's going to drive in, and he's trying to get it down low to Campbell. Tough pass to handle. It's going to go out of bounds. That'll be another turnover for the Liberators.
Yeah, that middle of the floor is open. We just got to feed it to them a little higher on that one.
Seems like just a few passes are kind of forced right now. It looks like we had Walker checked into the game for the Monett Cubs, and he just about got trapped there, but kind of rescued him with a foul there. That foul was against Giglio. That's his first, team's second. So 8-7 Monett with 3:51 to go in the first quarter. Giglio pressuring Hoyt.
Looks like we got Bliss in as well.
Okay, Bliss came in as well, and that he took the place of Polk. Looks like a steal by the Liberators. Wyatt Campbell's going to push, bounce pass, and Giglio stopped running. Wyatt went ahead and led him, and that's going to be another turnover. So, right idea, just the execution wasn't there. Looks like Monett, ball tipped out of bounds, so Monett's going to keep the ball here. A little sloppy play, Jason.
Yeah, just getting a little sped up, looks like.
And Monett gets the ball in, and Walker's going to take it all the way in, and layup no good. Rebound by Bliss. The Liberators going to push. Colton Ingle looks to skip it over to Giglio. And Giglio's going to dribble out over to Campbell on the top of the key. Now we got Bliss on the baseline. Bliss is going to take a power dribble and kick it back out to Ingold. Ingold pump fakes. Cross-court pass. That's going to be stolen by Stevens. Stevens going to push. He's going to get it to Hoyt for the layup, but no. Blocked by Wyatt Campbell. And then the follow-up there by Meeks to make it 10-7. And what's the stoppage of play, Jason?
Well, they got some blood on Giglio's arm.
Okay, all right. So Giglio's going to take a seat, get that doctored up here, and it looks like Landon Young will come in for him.
I think on that last one, we passed up a shot or two.
Yes, we did. Ingold across half court, over to Adams. That zone's kind of giving us a little fits here.
There it is,
We see it a lot, don't we? Bliss at the elbow, back out. Colton's going to take a long three from the top of the key. No good, but Wyatt's fighting for the rebound, and they're going to give that ball. It goes out of bounds. They're going to say it's out on Wyatt Campbell. Good hustle to almost grab that board. And Ray's going to take it down, guarded by Landon Young. Over to Stevens and down in the corner to Walker. Back to Walker, over to Stevens. Stevens drives baseline, kicks it back out. Another miscommunication there by the Cubs. Backcourt violation. That'll be another turnover here. Another, I'd say, unforced turnover, Jason.
You know, both teams are turning it over, but we're not capitalizing.
No, we're not. We are trying to get it to that elbow, and that is going to be a key to breaking this zone. And the shots are going to start to fall, too. Giglio on the right wing, gets it to that elbow to Wyatt Campbell. He kicks it back out. Now baseline to Bliss. Back out to Giglio. There's an open three. In and out, no good. Good shot, just didn't fall. And the Cubs are going to push it down, and Walker's going to get an easy layup, but does not fall. And the Liberators are going to get the ball. We got lucky there. Liberators are going to push. Landon Young picks his dribble up, kicks it over to Colton Ingle, down to the corner to Campbell. And boom, there is a three-pointer that we desperately needed to make this 10-10 with 1:41 in the first quarter.
That was a good extra pass.
And the Liberators steal it at half court. Landon Young goes all the way up does not make the shot, does not go in, and they're going to get Colton for a foul there on the rebound. That'll be his first. Third team foul.
There's Landon making an impact on defense right away.
He does. Just couldn't get that shot to go. So 10-10 with 1:33 in this first quarter. Still yet a sluggish start for the Liberators. Full court pressure, and Monett gets it across half court over to Stevens on the right wing. Back up top. Skip pass over to Ray. Ray's trying to find somebody, finds Meeks. Meeks drives the baseline, thinks twice about it, kicks it back out for a long three by Ray. No good. Rebound by Liberators. Landon Young's going to push it, and nobody's stopping him. And then he kicks it out to Wyatt Campbell for another three off the backboard. No good. Rebound by Stevens, but then he loses the dribble, and Landon Young's going to get a layup for 2 points. So another turnover for Monett. We did capitalize on that one. And I think we've got a warning.
Delay a game on Bliss.
Can't touch the ball after it goes in. So that's going to be a warning. If we do that again, that'll be a technical foul.
I like those turnovers, though. Those live ball turnovers get right back down the floor.
Absolutely. I think pressure is going to be the name of the game for us tonight. Monett's trying to break the pressure. Ray gets it across half court over to Meeks. Now Nesselrode is dribbling around, looks in. Can't find it, skips it around to Meeks. Meeks is looking to hand it off, nothing doing. Tries to go baseline. He's going to go all the way up. And another missed opportunity for the Cubs. Another miss, too, there. Liberators grab the rebound, and they're going to push. Giglio on the right wing. Back to Engel at the top of the key. He's going to take that three, and boom, another one for Colton Engel. That's his second three, 6 points for him. 15-10 with 15 seconds to go in this first period. The Monett better hurry if they're going to get it across, and they do. 8-7. Monett, Meeks down in the corner, right wing. He's dribbling, a lot of dribbling. He better get a shot off, and I don't think he did get the shot off. And are you kidding me? Ray gets a deep left wing heave that goes off the board for three. And that's going to make it 15-13 to end this first period. The Liberators still have the lead, but it still feels like maybe should have been a bigger opportunity there for us. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Bolivar Liberator Sports on MoSportsZone.com and listening on Your Country 99.
They've gone before us, they've taught us to live life to its fullest and to treat every moment as a precious treasure. Now it's time to celebrate their life. Hi, I'm Kyle with Butler Funeral Home, and we are committed to you and your family ensuring that every detail and personal wish is met for your loved one's funeral service so that you have time to reflect and celebrate the life. And with one of the largest chapels in Missouri, you can celebrate with plenty of friends and family. Celebrate life with Butler Funeral Home, located in Bolivar and Humansville, or online at butlerfuneralhome.com. Celebrate life with Butler Funeral Home.
Welcome back to Monett. Your first period score is 15-13. The Liberators lead the Cubs. That first quarter was brought to you by Citizens Memorial Hospital. We've yet to have a timeout or a free throw, so we'll eventually get a Blackrock Arms timeout and should get some Ankrum Law free throws as well. This second quarter is brought to you by Roten Cleanworks. So, Jason, feels like we're putting some pressure on. Monett's kind of throwing some stuff up. It's going in. But to be quite honest, they've had some right under the basket shots that didn't go in, so this could be a little bit worse than what it is.
That's exactly right. You know, we've had 2 blocks also at the rim, and so, yeah, we just got to keep moving the ball. Maybe it might work them out of the zone a little bit.
Yep. All right, Monett inbounds. Hoyt guarded by Young. Gets it over to Nesselrode. Nesselrode cross-court pass to Stevens. Stevens couldn't handle it. It goes out of bounds for another turnover. So that'll be another, what I'd consider an unforced turnover. Ingold gets the ball over to Bliss. Bliss, right corner. He's trapped over there, but gets it back out to Ingold.
They've switched up their zone a little bit now.
Yeah.
Now, looks like extending it.
Tried the high-low option there. No doing, so back out top. Landon now back to Bliss on that left baseline. Bliss, a power dribble, tries to get over to Wyatt Campbell, deflected by the Cubs. That'll be another turnover for the Liberators. Cubs are pushing it down, but then Landon Young, yet again, another steal, and he's going to drive. He's going to get to Wyatt Campbell ahead, And then good play by Stevens to bat that pass out of bounds. It will remain Liberator ball under their own basket. But, Landon Young doing what he does best, right?
That's right. He's a pest out there, that's for sure.
Colton looks to inbound. Kicks it out to Wyatt Campbell. Campbell over to Giglio. Giglio drives in, kicks it out to Landon Young in the right corner for a three. Good. Another three-pointer for the Liberators. That makes it 18-13 here in this second quarter. 7 minutes left. Cubs get it.
Balanced scoring also on our part, which
for
is nice.
sure. Love to see that. Bliss guarding Hoyt tight. Hoyt picks his dribble up, finally gets it over to Nesserode. Back to Stevens, and then now back to Meeks on the right wing. Meeks is a little lollipop pass to Stevens. Stevens on the baseline, shoots to the two, goes off the backboard, back to the hands of the Monett Cubs, and then Meeks gets it at the top of the key for a three, and another three that rattles off the backboard in. Still counts the same, 18-16. Liberators push, baseline layup by Bliss, no good. Monett with the rebound, they're going to push. Over to Meeks on the right wing. Now Hoyt at the top of the key. 6:10 left in this second quarter. Down in the corner to Hoyt. He looks down low to Tolles. Tolles kicks it back out to the right, or the left wing, for a three. Hits nothing. And then Monett gets the rebound. And then they're going to call a foul on
Giglio.
That's his second. And I think they're going to take Giglio out. Kenyon Adams comes in. Dorian Gonzalez seeing his first minutes of the game as well. So seems like we're blocking out, but the ball's hitting either the top of the backboard or nothing at all, and they're getting rebounds.
That's right.
Monett struggles to get the ball in, so they go all the way back court to get the ball in, and now we've got Nesselrode at the top over to Hoyt. Hoyt dribbles around, hands it off to Meeks. Meeks over to Stevens. Stevens going to go right baseline. He's going to bounce pass over to Nesselrode. Almost loses it. Hoyt on the left wing. No good on the three. Doesn't hit anything. And another rebound by Monett.
Yeah, we got to finish off these defensive possessions with a rebound.
We do. Ray up top. All the way over to the right corner for Meeks. Meeks dribbles out. He's going to try to drive in. Good pressure, or good stop by the Liberators. They're going to kick it back out. Hoyt with a three at the top of the key. No. Back of the rim. Rebound is back and forth, and it looks like Monett's going to grab it, save it back in bounds. And that's going to be another 2 points. 18-18 with 5 minutes to go in this first half. Ingold over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez is going to kick it out to Campbell in the right corner, and boom, another three by Wyatt Campbell. Big shot there, 21-18 with 4:48 to go in this first half.
We sure needed that one.
We did. Good kick out there by Dorian. Monett's doing okay with our pressure, but it feels like they're getting away with a few things too. Ray with a deep three on the left wing, no good. Rebound by Ingold, and he's going to push.
Kind of surprised that didn't go in.
I know. Or bounce crazy back into a Monett rebound there. Landon Young on the left wing, he's going to drive, and thought he was going to kick it over to the corner for Gonzalez, but then he had a sharp pass down to Wyatt Campbell, but they're going to get a foul called on the Cubs. That's going to go against Stevens, and that'll be Stevens' first foul. And first team foul of the quarter. So Colton looks to inbound under the Liberator basket. Out to Adams. Ingold goes to get it. And now to Gonzalez. Over to Young. Now Wyatt Campbell on the left baseline. He's going to drive hard, and they're going to get a foul on Monett. They're going to say Wyatt was shooting, so we'll get 2 free throws here, and they called that on Meeks. Meeks' first foul, second team foul. So our first Ankrum Law free throws here as Wyatt Campbell sets up for the first of 2. First one is up and in, so 22-18. 4:07 to go in this second period. Again, brought to you by Roten Clean Works. Campbell discusses some defensive strategy as he shoots his second one. It's up, and it is also good. So 2 for 2 there for Campbell on free throws.
Just need to string together a couple stops and start pulling away a little bit.
For sure. Walker gets it across half court. Looks to get it to Stevens, and good hands by Engel to bat that out of bounds. It will remain Monett ball. We're getting hands on the ball there. It just seems like some of the bounces are a little unfortunate.
Yep, they're going Monett way for sure.
Ball finally inbounded to Gates. And then back to Hoyt on the left wing. Over to Meeks. And now back to Gates. Now Walker. A lot of movement here on the Monett side. Having a hard time penetrating this Liberator defense. Hoyt up top. He'll shoot from about anywhere. We've learned that. Down to the corner to Gates. Gates kicks it out. Almost deflected by Ingold. But Stevens gets it. He's going to try to drive in. He pump fakes, kicks it back out to Gates. And Gates is going to hit the three. And that's going to get it to 23-21 here with 3:18 to go. And timeout's going to be called by Monett. That's a 30-second timeout. So we'll just stay right here for a second, Jason. So 23-21. Feels like the shots are falling for Monett. The bounces are going their way too. But thoughts so far?
Hey, out of these 21 points they have, I think 6 of them might be threes and 4 of them might have been off the backboard. But, hey, they're hitting them.
They're hitting them. Hey.
Whether it's court warming or what it is. But, we just need to get a hand in the face. And, honestly, we need to be able to secure the ball defensively, whether it's a rebound or on the deflections.
Yeah, it feels like just a little bit more strength with the ball on the offensive side. It feels like we're getting some decent looks. Some unnecessary passes that are going for turnovers. So I think if we clean that up, we'll be okay. Looks like a 2-2-1 soft press here by Monett as the Liberators inbound the ball. Cross-court pass to Landon Young, and it goes high, and Landon couldn't handle it. And there again, one of those passes we've talked about there, Ingold, where just feels like that pass maybe wasn't necessary, and it goes out of bounds for another turnover.
That's right. He wasn't throwing it to Wyatt Campbell.
No. Landon Young guards Hoyt as Hoyt gets it across court. And Landon bats the ball, and it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to remain with Monett, but the psyche there is that guy's going to get frustrated with Landon before the night's over.
Yeah, that's typical. Most of those teams, that point guard doesn't want it by the second half.
Yeah, Landon's guarding him tight again. Hoyt gets it across, and he's like, here, take it. He gets it to Gates. Gates back out top to Stevens, and now back to Hoyt. Again, they are having a hard time penetrating this man-to-man defense of ours. They try, and then they change their mind and back it back out. So if those threes stop falling, I think they're going to start getting in trouble here.
Absolutely.
Down low to Gates. Gates dribbles it back out. He's guarded by Campbell. And then he's down to Walker on the right corner. Walker's going to try to drive in. He's going to kick it back out to Stevens. Stevens is also going to try to drive in. A little bit of an uncoordinated shot there. Liberators are going to get the rebound. And Colton secures it across half court. Back to Adams at the top of the key. Over to Ingold on the right or left wing. Down in the corner to Gonzalez. Gonzalez dribbles back out. Skip pass over to Ingold. Ingold's going to do another skip pass to Wyatt Campbell on the left wing, and it's going to be deflected. His three-point shot's deflected. But then the Monett Cubs are trying to get it down, and then Colton Ingold steals the pass. Takes it all the way up, no good, and then he's going to get his own rebound and clean it up and get the two to fall, making it 25-21 with 1:38 to go in the first half.
We got to get inside that paint. The skip passes are great, but we also have to get it in there and move it around.
Yep. Off the foot of Walker as he dribbles, Liberators are going to get the ball. Another turnover for the Cubs. Ingold over to Adams. Back over to Ingold. Ingold's going to take a deep three, and it is another three for Colton Ingold. He's on fire. That's his 11th point of the half, making it 28-21 Liberators. Gates over there on the right corner. He's going to dribble out to the wing. Get it back down to Meeks. Meeks is going to try to drive again, and he doesn't want anything to do with it and kicks it back out to Gates. Gates over to Hoyt for a three, and guess what? It goes in. If I'm not mistaken, that's his third three, Jason. I could be wrong there, and that makes it 28-24. Leonard's giving me a sign over. That's his third three. Okay. Campbell, skip pass over to Gonzalez. Back out to Colton Ingold. Over to the elbow to Campbell. Tough pass by Gonzalez. Going to get batted away. Liberators will maintain possession. So we've got 29.8 seconds to go in the half. Jason, do you play for one? Do you just keep trying to get good shots? What's your strategy here?
Well, it looks like we're calling a timeout here to draw something up.
Well, let's see what Robbie can do here. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Bolivar Liberator Sports on MoSportsZone.com and listening on Your Country 99.
Hey gang, before you know it, it's going to be 10 above and we'll be shoveling snow. The Answer Man at CNC has the answers for winter, like wood pellets for heating and grilling, stovepipe and accessories like door sealants, door gaskets, stove boards, and winter clothing that'll keep you dry and warm. And for your fur friends, CNC has a huge pet department too. You have questions? CNC has the answers at CNC Farm and Home, Bolivar and Lebanon.
Hi, this is Donald with CNC Farm and Home Supply. If you have questions, we have the answers.
Jason, we've got 29.8 seconds left in the half. Ball under our own basket. Robbie calls a timeout, a BlackRock Arms timeout, and see if he can't put together some play here to get us a basket going into the half.
I'm going to guess we're just worried about getting it in, and we're just going to set it up.
There you go. Gets it out to Landon Young at the top of the key, and he's going to hand it off to Colton. 22 seconds to go. Colton's waiting to set a play up here. Breaks the 5-second call. Polk looking to set a pick, and then Colton Ingles just going to take it all the way in for two. We got 8 seconds left to go. See what the Cubs can do. 5, 4. Ray's going to shoot from deep, and is it going to go in? It almost goes in, but no good. So that's going to make this first half score 30-24. The Liberators lead going in with 6-point lead. We're going to take a quick break here. That first half was exciting, but also a little bit rough, Jason. But we'll take a break. You're watching Liberator Sports on MoSportsZone.com and listening on Your Country 99.
Where can you and your family go to receive exceptional health care in the area? Who offers convenient family medicine and walk-in clinics near your home? Where can you go for comprehensive specialty care like orthopedics, urology, and heart care? The answer is CMH. At Citizens Memorial Hospital, they have the services your family needs to be healthy. For more information, go to citizensmemorial.com or call 417-328-6010.
Farmers Market of Bolivar is your go-to source for complete lines of animal and poultry feeds. Keep your livestock healthy and thriving with high-quality feeds tailored to their needs. Friendly experts provide top-notch advice to help you choose the right products. Whether it's chickens, cattle, or pets, Farmers Market of Bolivar has what it takes to support strong, happy animals. Located at 1184 East 460th Road, just off Highway 13. For dependable local feed and service that makes a difference, Farmers Market of Bolivar is your only choice.
How do we keep our prices so low here at Hometown Furniture and Mattress? It's simple. We are locally owned, keep our overhead low, buy in bulk by the truckload, and we operate limited hours. We do all this to bring you the best prices and best selection in Bolivar. From simple sofas to premium leather sectionals, from basic mattresses to premium mattresses on adjustable bases, we have it all. Living room, dining, and bedroom. Ask us about our financing made easy, no credit needed. Come see us at our new and expanded location just south of Bolivar on Highway 13. You can't miss us. Don't overpay. Take home today.
People choose Oak Star Bank for a number of reasons, from the high interest earning checking accounts all the way to a 30-year fixed rate farm loan. But really, it's our people that make the difference. Here at Oak Star, we believe that friendly service and a smile from hometown people that you know makes all the difference in the world. Come experience the difference a hometown bank like Oak Star can make. Oak Star Bank knows banking in Bolivar. Maybe it's time you get to know us. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Precision Small Engines, the name people have trusted for over 30 years for the sale, maintenance, and repair on steel leaf blowers and steel chainsaws. Carrying original manufactured parts and aftermarket parts, Precision Small Engines is sure to have everything you need to get you up and running again. Located north of Bolivar on Highway 13. Visit online at PrecisionSmallEngines.net.
Precision Small Engines in Bolivar.
Roten Cleanworks. So what do? Let's make this simple. We stain and we clean. We stain decks, we stain fences, we stain houses, we stain concrete. We clean commercial buildings, we clean house exteriors, we clean fleets of all sizes, we clean equipment of all kinds. I'm telling you, we clean and we stain. Roten Cleanworks, it's what we do. Contact us today.
Welcome back to Monett High School. We are currently at halftime where the Liberators are leading 30-24. Jason, a little bit of everything. A lot of shots are going in, and on both sides really, but also a lot of sloppy play.
Yeah, I'd say 3-point percentage for both teams is fairly high for a high school game, but also their turnover rate is fairly high for the first half for two teams that are not playing massively aggressive defense.
Yeah. So talking about the percentages there, starting with Monett. So Monett has shot 12 3-pointers and made 6 of them, so 50% from 3. Can't be too mad about that if you're the Cubs. And they've only taken 6 2-pointers. So we talked about that earlier where they just are not penetrating very well against us. So we should kind of take note of that and say, hey, they're looking to kick it out. Let's try to take that 3 away from them too. But they are 3 for 6 from 2, so 50% there as well. So 50% across the board for shooting for Monett. Monett hasn't had any free throws yet. Not a lot of fouls for this first half.
Yeah, I agree.
Monett with 8 total team turnovers and then 10 team rebounds there. And then the Liberators, so from 3-point, we were 6 for 8. So we shot 75% from 3. So what's that tell you? It tells you that we should probably try to get a few more looks there. And you said it earlier, get the ball into that elbow and try that high-low. If it's not there, you're going to get a kick out and probably get a pretty good look from 3. And those seem to be going in for us today.
Yeah, absolutely. And the skip passes are there, but really, where we've gotten it is the inside-out action.
Yep. And so talking about 3-pointers there, Colton Ingold is 3 for 4 from 3-point. Wyatt Campbell, 2 for 3. And then Landon Young has hit his one and only attempt from 3. So some good shots there. Turnovers. Also, the Liberators have 8 turnovers, so matching Monett on the turnover side. And, I think if both teams were honest, most of those turnovers were unforced and just one of those passes that you'd like to have back.
Yeah, some just straight out of bounds or, just backcourt, I think, for a couple for the Cubs.
Yeah. Team rebounds, Monett has 10 total rebounds to the Liberators 9, and looking back at that, it feels like we did some decent work on blocking them out, but some of those shots were just errant misses or off the corner of the backboard or whatever and just bounced into a Cubs possession there. So hopefully we can get the bounces to go our way and win that rebound matchup. I think if we were going in and saw the two teams, we probably would have expected us to out-rebound them. So let's see what we can do in this second half. Going over some team totals there, Jason, if you want to talk about some of the halftime scoring for the Cubs.
Yeah, you bet. Hoyt, starter, he's got 11. He leads them. He's hit 3 threes, I believe. And then Ray has 3. Meeks, number 35, he's got 5 as the second scorer there. And then Stevens rounds it out with 2. So for a total of 24.
All right. And then for the Liberators here, we've got Canyon Adams with 2. Landon Young with 5, Wyatt Campbell with 10, and then Colton leading all Liberator scorers with 13. So, again, this game is sponsored by Mid-Missouri Bank. Thankful for that sponsorship there. That first quarter was brought to you by Citizens Memorial Hospital, and the second quarter, Roten Cleanworks. As we set to take on this Cub team for the second half here with a 6-point lead, I want to shout out to Leonard over there for the wonderful stats that he's brought to us. Fantastic job by him. And he wasn't reluctant at all to volunteer for that job. So we won't get into that conversation that we had. So we've got about 2.5 minutes before we start this second half. We're going to take one more quick break. and then we'll be underway after a while. You're listening to Liberator Sports on Your Country 99 and watching on MoSportsZone.com.
Sometimes it gets messy out there. When it does, call Southwest Sewer and Septic, your local heroes for emergency septic pumping, septic cleaning, and sewer line repairs. Plus, they now offer porta potties for your job site or special event. For more information, visit southwestsewerandseptic.com or call 417-326-4330. That's 417-326-4330. Southwest Sewer and Septic. They make the dirty work easy. Proud sponsors of Liberator Sports.
You know what they say, if you want something done right, do it yourself. Well, that's great, except when it comes to electricity. Better call Warwick Electric, locally owned and operated since 2005. Warwick offers all types of electrical service, both commercial and residential, using top quality materials and following current electrical codes. They're fully insured and licensed, so you can trust them with your electrical needs. Don't do it yourself. Call Warwick Electric today at 417-327-3674.
Navigating ever-changing tax regulations can be difficult, but not with the Winfield Tax Service. They've been serving Southwest Missouri for 60 years and are 4 generations strong. From individual to business tax needs, plus bookkeeping and payroll services all year round. They've got it all. Call 326-3326 or visit in person. Located on the northeast corner of the Bolivar Square. Winfield Tax Service, your destination for stress-free taxes.
Welcome back to Monett. We are 45 seconds from starting this second half. This third quarter will be brought to you by C&C Farm and Home. Appreciate that sponsorship. Jason, we were just kind of talking there at the break about the zone. It feels like more people are bringing in the zone at us. Elias did. They were really extended on their zone, but we've seen it against McDonald County. You know, I was really surprised. McDonald County really shut us down that first half with the zone, and then they came out the second half with man-to-man. I think everybody's kind of wondering why in the world they did that. And then, of course, we broke away a little bit after that switch. But, you know, we're going to have to learn how to beat this zone.
That's exactly right. There's a few different ways to do it, you know, Coach. I mean, he's been around the block. He's going to figure it out. But, yeah, that's a definite way to slow us down right now. But, yeah, when McDonald County went there, I said thank you.
Yeah.
You know, when they went to man, absolutely.
Yeah, and they tried to switch back, but I think some of the damage was already done. All right, so we're about to start this third quarter. Canyon Adams looks to inbound the ball to Colton, and we are underway. Dingled over to Giglio. Probably a set play here, and it's trying to get a lob pass over to Wyatt Campbell down low. He handles it, but then he kicks it to Adams. Adams goes up. It's deflected, and the Cubs are going to go all the way down, and Meeks is going to get a 2 there to make it 30-26. So the Cubs beat us down the court there. And the Liberators are going to get it all the way down. We're going to get it down low to Polk. Back out to Ingold. Ingold's going to drive in, pump fake. Deflected, and the Cubs are going to get it again. Ray's going to push down. Cross-court pass to Hoyt for another 3, and no good. Rebound tipped around, controlled by Hoyt for Monett. And he's going to kick it off of Ingold's head and retain possession, and back to Meeks in the corner for a 3 and no good. Liberators push down to Adams for an easy 2. Good pass by Giglio. They're going to get a foul too, so an and-one situation. Great pass by Giglio down low to Canyon Adams for an easy 2 and the foul.
Yeah, that went from rebound all the way down the floor to a basket with no dribbles.
Yeah.
You know, that's how you beat it down the floor.
That is exactly how you do it. So Adams set to make this a 3-point play with his Ankrum Law free throw. It is up and no good. Rebound to Monett. That foul was to Stevens. Monett looks to get it to Meeks, and he goes for the layup. No good. Liberators are going to push again. Adams is going to go all the way down with the layup, and it is good again and gets fouled. So another 3-point opportunity for Canyon Adams. Way to be strong on that layup to finish it with the contact.
Even just this first minute, 9 seconds, a little more aggressive on our part coming at the basket for sure.
For sure. That foul was against Nesselrode. That's his second team foul of the quarter. Another Ankrum Law free throw for Adams. It is up and good. 3-point play for Adams. Makes it 35-26 early in this third quarter. Cubs get it across half court. Almost lost the dribble. and an errant pass caught by Hoyt, and he's going to get it back out to Nesselrode. And then now Hoyt's going to cross-court pass over to Stevens. Stevens has the jump to get it. He's going to get it back out to Ray. Still can't penetrate the Liberator defense. They just keep throwing it around the perimeter. Good pressure by Ingold. Now Stevens is going to drive baseline, try to kick it out. Bounces around. He's going to get it to Hoyt at the top of the key for a three. No good, and they're going to get a foul on the rebound. I think it's going to go against the Liberators, Jason.
Yeah, it looks like maybe Lucas Polk.
Yeah, Polk's going to get that foul. That'll be his first. Team's first foul of the quarter, so Monett will inbound under their own basket. Hoyt looks to get it in, finally gets it into Tolles. Over to Ray. Back to Hoyt. Cross-court pass to Stevens. Stevens is going to try to penetrate and can't. Kicks it back out. Now Ray's going to take a deep three. Hits nothing. Monett tips around the rebound, and they're going to get possession. Good hustle play by Tolles to get that rebound back in bounds. Liberators couldn't handle it. And then we're going to get a foul called against Polk. That's his second foul in just a short time frame, Jason.
Yeah, this possession has lasted a minute. we're struggling to get that long rebound off of these deep threes.
Yeah. So 9-point lead for the Liberators. Monett inbounds under their own basket. Swing passes all the way around. Finally gets it to Tolles. Tolles is going to kick it out to Hoyt in the corner for a three. Nothing doing there. Missed everything. And we're going to beat him down the court with a pass to Campbell. And he's going to have to just settle it and get it back out. Giglio at the top of the key. Skip pass. It's going to be deflected by the Cubs. Cubs are going to push. Stevens is going to go all the way in for the two. Contested by Polk. No good. Gets his own rebound. No good again. Now Ray with the putback. No good. Finally gets a rebound by Colton. And I think there's a foul against Monett, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know what he's going to actually call there. 5. They're going to call that against the Liberators. That's Polk again with his third foul and probably about a minute's worth of play. And he's going to take a break. So Paul Bliss is going to come in for him. 35-26 with 5:18 to go. Monett inbounds it all the way to the top of the key. Swing pass to Ray. Three-pointer, again, not hitting much at all. Rebound by Ingold, and he's going to push. He's going to drive all the way in with a slew of Cubs with the layup contested. Gets fouled. The shot does not go in, but Ingold's going to go to the line for 2 free throws.
You know, they're stopping us defensively, but the top of their zone is fairly soft. We should be able to get into there, whether it's through dribble penetration or hitting that high post.
Yeah, for sure. So Tolles got credited for that foul. That's his first. Ingold with the first of 2 Ankrum Law free throws. The first one rattles in to make this a 10-point lead for the Liberators, 36-26. Looks like Walker's checked back in for Monett, as well as Gates maybe. Ingold with the second one up and rattles in again. So 2 successful Ankrum Law free throws there. Full court pressure by the Liberators.
I think they missed a double dribble there.
Yeah, I think they did too. Gates gets it. He kicks it back out. Stevens is at the top of the key. He's going to try to get it down low to Tolles, and the Liberators are going to steal a turnover for the Cubs. Almost a deflected pass there as the Liberators get it across court. Giglio settles it, goes baseline. Out to Campbell for 3. It is off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound by Bliss. Bliss puts it back up, no good, but he's going to get fouled. I think they're going to get Stevens on that foul. Yes, that's going to be against Stevens. That'll be his third. And Stevens is one of the Cubs that stays in there the longest, and he's now what I'd say officially in foul trouble there. Bliss with the first of 2 Ankrum Law free throws, and the first one is up and good.
Both teams are doing a good job on the offensive glass, which means that both teams kind of struggling a little bit. Yeah.
Bliss looks to get his second one up, and it is good. I think this side of the court gets more rolls than the other side.
Oh, they were working on the basket before the game.
They were. 39-26 with 4:30 to go in this third quarter. That's going to be a shot by Walker. No good. Three-pointer. Rebound by Monett, but he can't handle it. Giglio gets it up the court to Campbell. Campbell for two, and it's good. Contested. Almost could have had a foul there, but good, strong layup by Campbell. And that's Campbell's 12th point of the game, 41-26, and it looks like Monett's going to call a timeout here. Is it going to be a full timeout? So we'll take a break here. That's a BlackRock Arms timeout. You're watching Liberator Sports on MoSportsZone.com and listening on Your Country 99.
You're listening to 99.1 KYOO halfway, 1200 AM KYOO, and 102.9 K275 CD Bolivar.
Mid-Missouri Bank has crossed another huge benchmark. They've paid their Midmo customers more than $8 million in Casasa rewards. Join Midmo in the race to $10 million. Get in on your share of the earnings today. Whether it's cash back on debit card swipes or a high interest rate on checking and savings account balances, Midmo Bank pays you for the spending activity you're probably already doing. You deserve more for your money. How does more money sound? Open an account in minutes at openaccounts.midmobank.com. Mid-Missouri Bank. Member FDIC.
Well, Jason, 41-26 here in this third quarter. Feels like we've gotten a little bit better start than what we had in that first half, but still need to put a few things together.
Yeah, we've started out this quarter on an 11-2 run, so that's what we needed, and we need to just finish it off this quarter, continue it, and then we'll be in good shape.
For sure. Monett has to go the length of the court here. They inbound it. Nesselrode's going to take it, get it over to Hoyt, and then get it right back from him. Hoyt on that right wing, he might shoot it from that far out, decides not to, swings it all the way to the corner. Now Hoyt gets it back, and he gets tangled up, and they're going to call that a foul against Giglio, but felt like a lot of ball there too, so that'll be Giglio's third foul. And that'll be our fourth, so the next one will put him on the line. So 4:03 to go. Any fouls might give him some easy points there. Monett gets the ball in to Meeks. Meeks loses the handle. Paul Bliss is going to grab it. Nice steal by Bliss, and he's going to push down to Giglio. Giglio is going to drive baseline, kick it out to the corner to Adams, and just off the target there. Adams dives to try to save it. Can't do it, so that'll be another turnover.
He was open.
He was open.
Sped up, but he was open. It was a good look.
Good idea. All right, so Monett, full court pressure here. Hoyt guarded heavily by Young. And they're going to struggle. They almost throw it out of bounds. Then Walker gets it. They've got to get it across half court. And they do. Almost picked off by Wyatt. And then he's going to get it over. Hoyt's going to maintain possession, get it to Meeks. It's just a little sloppy play here, Jason.
Yeah, our defense is giving them fits right now. Hopefully we could finish off. Oh,
and we're going to get an offensive foul there. Illegal screen by the Cubs. That's going to go against Tolles. So that'll be a turnover for the Monett Cubs. So the Liberators here with a 15-point lead with 3:22 to go in this third quarter. Again, this third quarter brought to you by CNC Farm and Home. Colton gets it across half court. He's going to get a pass down to Young. Young's going to drive in, almost got it to go, but it's going to be batted out of bounds by the Cubs. And it'll remain Liberator basketball. So Liberators will inbound into their own basket. Lob pass to Campbell. Campbell's going to hand it off to Ingold at the top of the key. He's going to take a wide open three and nothing but the bottom of the net to give Colton his 18th point.
Yeah, we run that inbounds play, and we got about 3 options off of that. So good job finishing it off.
For sure, and that's going to be a backcourt violation for the Cubs. Good pressure by both Landon Young and Wyatt Campbell to trap and force that ball to be thrown backwards. That'll be another turnover for the Cubs. I love it when Colton gets that wide open three. You've got a lot of confidence when it goes. When I've got a lot of confidence.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You may be doubtful, but I feel pretty good when those go up. And he's been shooting really well this year. Campbell on the right wing, back to Bliss, back over to Ingold. Cross-court pass to Campbell in the corner. Looks to Adams down low, but nothing there. Going to kick it back out. Ingold with a right wing three up, and it's good. And there was contact, but no call. That gives Colton his 21st point. And Leonard, how many threes is that for Colton tonight? Is that his 5th three-pointer? He is on fire. There's going to be a Black Rock Arms timeout by Monett. It's a 30-second timeout. Let's keep it here and just talk about what we've seen, Jason. Some really good shooting so far. Colton Ingalls lights out right now and really extended this lead to now 21.
Yeah, and, it can be difficult to rebound out of a zone, so maybe that's some of the offensive rebounding things that are going on. But, yeah, we're shooting well, but we're also making good passes and passing that into the shooting pocket of our shooters so they're not having to reach for it and set their shot. So, good stuff all the way around.
Yeah, for sure. And one other way to beat that zone on the rebounds is just go ahead and make the shot.
Yeah, let's do that. That's easy.
And we're doing a lot of that right now. So some good shooting there. I'm going to be excited to see what our final percentages are as this game completes. 2:33 left in this third quarter, 47-26 Liberator lead. As Monett still faces some full court pressure by the Liberators. Finally get it across half court. Handled by Hoyt on this left wing. Back over to Nesselrode. And the pass is going to be batted away by Giglio. It's going to be a steal. Giglio is going to take it. Little Euro step, kicks it back out to Landon. Looks like just a little bit of an off-target pass there. Landon tried to save it out of bounds, so that'll go back to the Cubs. That'll be a Liberator turnover. And the ref's checking Nesselrode. I don't know if he's got some blood on his jersey, so they're going to make him get that cleaned up. So we've got 2:11 left in this third period. Good pressure by Giglio to get that steal, and then he went all in to try to drive in there, but he was met with about 3 or 4 Monett Cubs. Tried to kick it out, just went out of bounds there. Going to give it back to the Cubs. So as they try to doctor up Nesselrode, get the blood off of his jersey, Jason, I think we just kind of keep this pressure on and just keep trying to execute.
That's right, yeah. Keep sharing the ball, getting the shots we want, and taking care of it coming down. And we're playing solid defense. One thing I've noticed on this Cubs team is on their half-court offense, they screen. And when they screen, they actually make contact.
Yeah.
But we do such a great job of switching.
Yeah.
And it looks like we might be running a version of the zone they've been working on in practice right now.
Yes, I love to see it. Just a little bit of a mix-up, and Monett didn't know what to do with it. Hoyt back up top. He's going to get it to the free throw line to Nesselrode. Back to Hoyt, and he's going to miss everything on that three-point attempt. So Hoyt was on fire in the first half, and he hasn't been able to find it from deep in this second half.
That might be one of the first times I've seen a Bolivar team run some zone.
In the Robbie Hoig era, I think you're right.
Yep.
And I wouldn't expect to see a ton of it, but I like to see a mix every once in a while. Campbell on the right baseline. He's going to try to dump it down low to Colton Ingalls. Good cut by Colton, and he's going to get fouled hard by Meeks. And that'll send Colton to the line. They're officially in the bonus. So that's Meeks' second foul and 15 fouls. So Colton will go to the line for 2 Ankrum Law free throws to try to extend this lead to potentially 23. The first one's up and good.
Yeah, sometimes there's a method to your madness,
Yeah.
And so Coach, he's been around and done it for years, and so I'm sure putting in that zone and spending that time on it in practice, there's a reason down the line for that.
For sure. I wouldn't be surprised if they go right back to man just to kind of confuse Monett. Second free throw's up, and it's also good to make this a 49-26 lead with 1:38 to go in this third quarter. Monett gets it across half court. Extended pressure by Bliss. He's all over Hoyt. Dribbles it off of his leg. Goes into the back court, but they're going to say tipped by the Liberators. Monett maintains possession here. Over to Ray. Ray back to Hoyt, and then back to Ray. A lot of perimeter passing, but not a lot of anything coming from it.
That's right. We got some length out there.
We do. We did stay in the zone here, and feels like we're executing it pretty well. Three-pointer by Ray, pretty deep, and it goes in, so that'll make it 49-29, 20-point lead by the Liberators. Baseline drive by Landon, kicks it back out to Giglio, skips it all the way over to Bliss, back to the top of the key. Now to Landon. Landon's going to get it back to Ingold at the top. 44 seconds to go in this third quarter. Running a little bit of a play here. They're going to potentially get Wyatt Campbell down low. Good pass by Landon Young over the top. Good handle by Campbell, and he goes up for two to make this 51-29.
That was a good finish on Wyatt's
It
part.
was. He is so good around the basket. Another three-point attempt by Ray. No good. Rebound by Monett, and they're going to kick it back out. 19 seconds to go in this third period. Pass deflected by Landon Young. Landon is going to go all the way down and use his body to shield Stevens very well, and he got Stevens to commit his fourth foul, so Stevens is going to go take another break. Great heads-up play by Landon Young.
Yeah, you know, I've always talked about Landon like you lay down at night, when you're camping and the flies all around your face, you can't get rid of them. That's how he plays defense.
Yeah. And he would take that as an ultimate compliment, too. Landon makes the first of two Ankrum Law free throws. 52-29. 15.3 seconds to go in this third quarter. Second one up. And also good, nothing but the bottom of the net. Full court pressure by the Liberators. Looks like it's a zone pressure, probably going back to a 2-3 zone. Monett breaks it, cross half court. Passing on the perimeter. Thinking about the three, but no. Hoyt's going to take a deep three, and it's no good as that ends this third period. So a really good third period by the Liberators to extend this lead, 53-29. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Bolivar Liberators Sports on MoSportsZone.com and listening on Your Country 99.
At Animal Care Clinic, they're not just another veterinary clinic. They're your pet's best friend. Their team, led by Doctors Levin and Lindsay Roten, offer top-notch care for all animals, big and small. From intensive care and checkups to pet supplies and grooming, they've got it covered. Keep your furry friend healthy and happy. Schedule an appointment today at animalcarebolivar.com. That's animalcarebolivar.com. Animal Care Clinic. Their name says it all.
Welcome back to Monett as we get started on this fourth quarter. Liberators lead 53-29. Jason, seen a lot of good basketball tonight. The Futures, as a reminder, they won their match tonight 56-38. And this varsity squad, kind of a little slow start. Of course, Monett was hitting about everything they threw up in the first half, and that's changed a little bit in the second half, and the Liberators have extended this lead.
Yeah, I think we outscored them by 18 that half. Not only are we shooting well, but we got to the line. You know, I think we had, I want to say 6 free throws, 7 free throws, 8, something like that, and made a majority of them. And so that just shows how aggressive we were that quarter.
Yeah, I want to say, Leonard, are we 7 for 8 from free throw? How many do we have? 11 for 12 from free throw. That is fantastic. All right, so this fourth quarter is brought to you by Hometown Furniture. It'll be Monett ball coming in. Gates with it on the right wing. Over to Ray. Ray's going to kick it back out. It's going to be deflected by Adams. Another steal by the Liberators. Adams is going to drive baseline. Gets surrounded by some Cubs. He's going to dribble all the way out. Cross-court pass to Giglio. Giglio had a shot, but he elected to kick it back out, and Adams couldn't handle it, so we'll give it back to Monett. So another turnover for the Liberators. 7:33 to go in this game. 53-29.
They're really working on this zone, trying to maybe perfect it,
Yeah.
Coach Hoy, maybe there's an opponent down the line that he thinks that this gives us an advantage. And so maybe not many teams scouting this game, and so this is a good time to work on it.
I guarantee there's purpose behind it. A long three by Ray. And the Monett is going to save the rebound back in bounds. But then Giglio's going to deflect the pass. He's going to go all the way in for the two. It's in and out, no good. Rebound by Polk. He's going to kick it out to Bliss, top of the key, over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez is going to take the three. In and out, no good. Rebound batted around Polk. Good job to get the ball, but throws it back in bounds. And I think even if Bliss would have gotten that, would that have been a backcourt there, Jason?
So.
Good hustle by Bliss, though, and good hustle by Polk to try to grab that board. Couple good looks there, just didn't go in for us.
Yeah, and this 2-3 zone we're running, I mean, we've gotten 2 deflections off of it. So it's not your zone where you're just trying to pack it in and maintain. We're aggressive out of it. You see the bottom of that moving really well, too.
For sure. Monett has struggled with it. We've got Ray up top. Over to Gates, back to Ray. Ray mishandles the dribble, almost stolen by Giglio. He gets it back. He's going to get it down to Tolles, back out to Stevens. And Stevens is going to drive, contested by Polk. He gets it to roll for 2. Highly contested by Polk. Good move by Stevens there. Giglio back to Adams as we're trying to break this Monett zone press. Bliss over in the right wing, dribbles out of a trap, and they're going to get a foul against what looks to be Gates. There, that'll be Gates' first foul of the game.
Cubs foul number 2, Tucker Gates' first personal foul.
And the first team foul of this fourth quarter. Bliss set to inbound to Giglio in this corner over here to our far right, back out to Bliss. Giglio down low to Polk. Polk has a turn if he wanted, kicks it back out to Giglio. Giglio baseline, dumps it down to Bliss. Great cut by Bliss for 2 there. That's going to make it 55-31. Good dribble, drive, and kick to Bliss for well-executed play there.
Yeah, that's good composure by Matt.
Yep. Ray gets it across court, and Bliss gets yet another hand on it. I'll tell you what, when you have a zone like this and you get somebody with the length that Bliss has with those arms, man, that is hard to go against.
Most of those teams put a guy like that on the bottom, but having him on the top.
For sure. Monett's shot goes up, no good. Rebound was batted by Tolles, and it's going to go out of bounds, so that'll go back to the Liberators with a 24-point lead with 5:29 to go in this game. But I like what you're saying. Like, this is a good time to work on some of that stuff. Start to perfect it. Giglio across half court over to Adams. Adams trapped, but they're going to cross court skip past to Giglio. He's going to drive, kick it back out to Bliss for a 3 in the corner. In and out, no good. Rebound by Tolles. Tolles is going to try to get it down to Meeks, and it's going to get stolen back to the Liberators. Giglio's going to drive baseline, kick it back out. And he's going to get a foul on him by Meeks. He's going to get fouled by Meeks. That'll be the second team foul of this quarter, and that'll be the third foul by Meeks.
You know, having Bliss take that corner 3, I think it was a couple weeks ago over there at Osage, really that corner 3 he had changed the game.
Yes.
And see him shooting a little bit more, that just makes us more dangerous.
As we look to get it inbound, Adams is fouled by Hoyt. That's only Hoyt's first foul of the game, but that is the third team foul. 2 more, and we're going to shoot free throws. Quick pass in by Giglio to Polk, back to Giglio. Skipped all the way to the corner. Now we have Bliss on the right wing. He's going to penetrate, kick back out. Some opportunities to shoot there, but elect to dribble it. Pass deflected by Monett, and they're going to go all the way down. And Meeks is going to try to go up, and that's going to get blocked by Bliss. But Monett maintains possession. Hoyt's going to set it up at the top here. Over to Stevens. Stevens is going to take a 15-footer, and he's going to get fouled by Bliss as he goes up, so he'll be shooting 2 free throws. And that'll be Bliss's first foul of the game and the first team foul of this quarter. So 4:25 to go in this game, 55-31. Jason, anything you'd look to change here at this point?
No, I like all these guys getting these minutes, trying some different things. But, we have Bliss up top on that zone, but I've also seen him slide down when Landon was in. And so this is good stuff. It's good to practice this and work on it tonight.
Second free throw by Stevens is good. 55-33. Giglio gets it across half court over to Gonzalez. Cross court pass to Adams. He snags it. He's going to drive all the way in, and he looked to kick it out, lose possession. And Monett's going to drive down the court. It looks like Hoyt's going to try to drive in and kick, and another deflection, another turnover. We're going to have some turnovers after the end of this game for sure. Adams across half court. to Polk. Polk to Gonzalez. Gonzalez is going to cross-court pass to Giglio. Get it inside to Bliss. Bliss can't handle it. Throws it back inbounds as he saves it. And Meeks is going to grab it and push down the court all the way in for a 2. It does not go, but Polk's going to foul him and send him to the line for 2 free throws. And that's Polk's 4th foul, which I guess at this point in time, I think we're okay with a 22-point lead. So Meeks is going to be at the line for 2 Ankrum Law free throws. Again, this 4th quarter brought to you by Hometown Furniture, and this game is sponsored by Mid-Missouri Bank. The first one of Meeks' free throws goes in, so 55-34.
I can tell you a little bit about our defense. That's their 10th point of the half. And so we are 13 minutes in.
Yeah.
So that's good defense.
Good pressure. Second free throw is good for Meeks. That gives Meeks 9 points on the game. Bliss into Polk. Can't handle it. Monett's going to get it, and they're going to push. Hoyt tries to get it over to Meeks on the baseline pass. It's going to be kicked out of bounds by Bliss. It looks like, thought we were going to get some substitutions there, but Robbie said, not yet. So Monett's going to inbound under their own basket. Out to Tolles. Tolles looking to hand it off. Finally gets it to Hoyt. Hoyt's going to take a long 3 on the wing. No good. And there's going to be a foul on the rebound. It's going to go against the Liberators. I think they're going to get Canyon Adams for that one. And that's his first. Landon Young checks back in for Dorian Gonzalez. As Monett sets to inbound and looks a lob pass to Nesselrode, batted away, and it's out of bounds, and they're going to give it back to Monett. Weren't quite sure which direction that was going to go, but Monett maintains possession, and they're going to inbound over in the corner. Pass out to the top to Meeks. Over to Gates. A cut by Hoyt. They're going to find him, but the 2 does not go. Rebound, batted around. Polk's going to get it. He's going to push down the court here. He's going to go over to Landon in the wing. Back to Giglio. Giglio's going to take the 3, and it is in and out. No good. Rebounds batted around. Landon Young finally gets it. Back to the top of the key for Polk, and Polk nails the 3, and I thought that was highly contested. Yeah. Great shot by Polk for his first 3 of the night.
Yeah, good kick out from Landon. Now we're back in man defense. Yep.
Good confident shot.
No, we're not.
No, it looks mannish, and then as they swing it around, you can see it's zone, and a skip pass there from Hoyt over to Tolles. Tolles can't handle it. Goes out of bounds. That'll be another turnover. So 2:31 to go in this game, 58-35. Landon's going to push it down. Gets trapped in that corner there. Over to Polk. Polk's going to get it back out to Gonzalez. So Monett stays in that 2-3 zone as Landon dribbles around, gets it back out to Adams. Bliss working down low hard. Lob pass from Polk down to Bliss. And they're going to get a foul, and they're going to say the shot was after the foul, so that's going to be inbound under our own basket. They're going to give that foul to Nesselrode.
Yeah, he did a good job of clearing that space behind him. And a good target.
Absolutely. Might get us a 3-point shot here at the top of the key on this inbound play. Just not sure which one's going to drop out. Gonzalez is going to drop. They do defend it well. Bliss back to Gonzalez. Skip pass to the elbow, back over to Landon. Gonzalez over to Bliss. Another skip pass to Landon. Landon's going to drive in and try to pass it down low to Adams. And it's deflected for a Monett steal. They're going to push down and kick it over to Walker. Walker's going to shoot a 3 from the corner. No good. Rebound Monett. Back down to Stevens, and Stevens is going to get the 2 to go. We're going to get stoppage here for an injury. in Monett's. I don't think they're going to call it. I don't think they're calling a timeout. I think they're just going to kick Gates off the floor as he did something to his leg there. And that brings in number 4, Eli Hildebrand. So the first minutes for Eli. And then we've got Andrew Tennyson, Ethan Bailey, Barry, Max Barry, all checking in. And then Dorian Gonzalez is going to stay out on the court to round out the 5 there. So we've got 1:29 to go in this game, 58-37 as Max takes it down, tries to avoid the trap, gets it across the court to Ethan. Over to Ben. Ben's going to kick it out to Gonzalez. Gonzalez thought about the 3. He's going to kick it to Ethan down low for 2, and it's good. Great pass, great catch and shot by Tennyson for 2 points there. 60-37, 1:06 to go.
That's right off the bench.
Yes. It's like he's been in the game the whole time. Kicked it out to Stevens from the top of the key. 3, and it's good for Stevens. 60-40 here with 48 seconds to go. Over to Ben. Cross-court pass to Gonzalez for a 3. He's going to take it, and it's good. Another 3 there for the Liberators. Great shot by Dorian Gonzalez. Monett pushes it across. Stevens on the left wing. He's going to shoot a lobbing shot for 2, and it goes in. Makes it 63-42 with 27 seconds to go. We'll see if the Liberators push anymore, if they're going to pull it back out and hold it. And looks like they might just hold it. Ben pressured by the Cubs, and the ball's batted away. Stevens gets it. He's going to get it down to Walker, and they're going to get another 2 points. 10 seconds to go in this game, and that's about all she wrote there. 6-5 as Dorian dribbles it out, and that's going to be the ball game. So the Liberators are going to win tonight, 63-44. We'll have some stats for you in a post-game analysis sponsored by Warwick Electric right after this break as Leonard gets all those stats tallied up. You're watching Bolivar Liberators Sports on MoSportsZone.com and listening on Your Country 99.
What would happen to your kids, home, finances, or even your business in an unexpected life event? At Ankrum Law, we understand that planning for the future is a gift to your loved ones. This is Jesse Ankrum, and I'm ready to help you secure your legacy with expert guidance in estate planning. From wills to trust, we provide comprehensive solutions tailored to your unique needs. For more information or to book your free estate planning consultation, visit AnkramLawFirm.com. Ankrum Law, helping you protect what matters most.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisement.
No matter where this season takes you, the Bank of Missouri is here. We know a better life begins with a secure financial future. As a community bank, we work with you to understand your priorities and the changes that affect your finances. So wherever life takes you, we're here to help, just like we have been for 130 years. Get started at bankofmissouri.com. Live well, play well, bank well.
Mr. Google wants you to think you can fix your car on the internet. If you can just figure out what's wrong without talking to those greedy dealers, you'll save lots of money. At Bill Grant Ford, our appointment book fills every week with people who started on Google. And you might be surprised to know the labor rate in our shop is not the highest in town. What we can do for you is bring experience and training to a world filled with internet noise. We encourage you to be informed when it comes to maintaining your vehicle. And when your vehicle starts asking for help, see why it's better in Bolivar at Bill Grant Ford.
Black Rock Arms has moved. Find the best deals on guns, ammo, optics, knives, and more at 2270 Springfield Avenue, right next to Ace Hardware in Bolivar. Same great service, now with more space to explore, from days out on the range to outdoor adventures. Black Rock Arms has you covered. Visit in-store or online at blackrockarms.com.
Black Rock Arms, your punch, your patriots!
Looking to transform your home from the ground up? Step into Bolivar Flooring, where style, comfort, and durability begin. Discover the largest selection in town. Classic hardwood, modern vinyl, plush carpets, stunning tile, plus custom showers, backsplashes, and fireplaces. Find the look you love with expert help every step of the way. Walk on excellence, live in comfort with Bolivar Flooring. Located at Carlin Acres, just south of Bolivar off of Highway 13.
Stay active and energized at the Bolivar Recreation and Aquatic Center. Hit the gym, take a fitness class, or shoot some hoops in the full-size gymnasium. They've got a seasonal indoor pool, top-notch equipment, flexible class options, and convenient childcare while you work out or attend activities. Need space for an event? Rent out the gym, studio, or multi-purpose rooms, perfect for parties, meetings, or team events. Open daily with hours to fit your schedule. Bolivar Recreation and Aquatic Center, where Bolivar comes to move. Located just off Broadway. Join the action today.
Hi, this is Mike Jones. Trust Bolivar Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning for expert home comfort solutions. From plumbing repairs to heating and air conditioning, our experienced team delivers honest quality and service. For reliable comfort, trust Bolivar Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
Call 777-55-55. 777-55-55.
They've gone before us, they've taught us to live life to its fullest and to treat every moment as a precious treasure. Now it's time to celebrate their life. Hi, I'm Kyle with Butler Funeral Home, and we are committed to you and your family ensuring that every detail and personal wish is met for your loved one's funeral service, so that you have time to reflect and celebrate the life. And with one of the largest chapels in Missouri, you can celebrate with plenty of friends and family. Celebrate life with Butler Funeral Home, located in Bolivar and Humansville, or online at butlerfuneralhome.com. Celebrate life with Butler Funeral Home.
Welcome back to the post-game analysis brought to you by Warwick Electric. Jason, the Liberators just beat the Monett Cubs 63-44, and if you take some of that first half away, a really executed game by the Liberators. And even that first half, my goodness, some of those shots were just falling for Monett. It wasn't a lot we could do about it, but we did turn things around, and our pressure really didn't let them do much of anything in that second half.
Yeah, it's almost a mirror of the McDonald County game, really. You know, we're up by 5 at half against them. We're up by 6 today, and then turned it on in that third quarter, and then could coast a little bit in the fourth.
Yeah, so and we saw a little zone action for the first time in probably years there. So Robbie working on something there, and for the first time with us running that zone, we looked really effective with it.
Yeah, we moved really well out of it and rebounded well out of it too.
Lots of deflections, and of course Monett struggled with our man-to-man as well, but that zone threw them for a loop and gave them some fits. Still a lot of cleaning up we can do. I think we had a lot of unforced turnovers there. We ended up with 21 team turnovers. Now, Monett had 17, but I don't think either team's going to be happy with either one of those totals.
I would agree with you.
Yeah, so 13 in the second half. So even though we had a really successful second half, we still had 13 turnovers in that second half. Rebounding-wise, the Liberators were out-rebounded by Monett 19-17. So we didn't win the rebound race, but everything else seemed to be clicking for us. So when we start talking about shooting-wise, the Liberators, of course, we went into the first half shooting 75% from three. We ended up 9 for 16 on the game from three-point for 56%. And anytime you can shoot 56% on the game from three-point, you're doing something right.
Yeah, that definitely canceled out those 23 turnovers.
Yeah. And 11 for 19 from two, 58% there. So barely shot better from two than we did three. Monett threw up a lot of three-pointers. They took 26 attempts, making 8 of them, and 6 of those 8 makes were in the first half. So they only made 2 three-pointers in that second half, shooting 31%. So they were 50% going into the half and then dropped down to 31%. So just wasn't falling for them in that second half. 8 for 19 from two for 42% for Monett. Scoring-wise, the Monett Cubs, Walker ended up with 2, Gates with 3, Ray with 6, Meeks with 9, Hoyt with 11, and then Stevens led all Cubs with 13 points there. And he got into some foul trouble, so he might have been able to score a bit more if he didn't have to sit quite a bit in that second half. For the Liberators, Tennyson got 2 there at the end, Polk with 3, Gonzalez with 3, Bliss with 4, Young with 7, Adams with 7, Wyatt Campbell with 14, and then Colton Ingold leading all scorers with 23. Mentioned our team percentages there, but Colton was 5 for 6 from 3-point. He was perfect from the free throw line, as was Landon Young perfect from the free throw line. And Bliss and Campbell all connecting. No misses from any of those guys from free throw line. So that's fantastic there. And so just a lot of balanced scoring otherwise. So we had some really big threes by Ingold in that second half, and he ended up with a total of five 3-pointers there, but it's still some balanced scoring otherwise. And we moved the ball, just some forced passes that ended up being turnovers, but all in all, we did move the ball decently well.
Yeah, and, there have been multiple games this year where we'll have 4 guys in double figures, and so, sometimes Wyatt's, leading the charge on the scoring and stuff, but really, it's also fairly balanced on our rebounds, and our assists also when you look at all those. So that just goes to show the culture that Coach has, and everybody's sharing the basketball, and it's doesn't matter who, next man up, and we just enjoy playing with one another.
For sure. So we're going to try to beat this snow home. I don't think we're going to get a post-game interview with any of the coaches. Again, this post-game was brought to you by Warwick Electric, and your game sponsor, again, was Mid-Missouri Bank. So the next games, weather permitting, Jason, is Thursday night, our first round of the Liberator Tournament. And, again, that's against Warrensburg.
7 o'clock, that's
right.
right.
So hopefully we can get those games in with no delays. Looking forward to that. Of course, we'll bring that action to you here on MoSportsZone.com and Your Country 99. So that's going to do it for us. I really appreciate it, Jason. Thanks for taking the time with me tonight.
Yep.
Thanks to Lynn Coffey on the stats, Kent Otto on the camera. We're going to send it back to you guys. Appreciate it. Stay warm, stay safe. You've been watching Bolivar Liberator Sports on MoSportsZone.com and listening on Your Country 99.
This Bolivar Liberator Sports broadcast is made possible by these great sponsors. Be sure to tell them how much you appreciate their sponsorship of Liberator Athletics and support of our kids. These sponsors are Bank of Missouri, Bolivar Recreation Center, Southwest Sewer and Septic, Ankrum Law, Mid-Missouri Bank, Warwick Electric, Citizens Memorial Hospital, Roten Cleanworks, CNC Farm and Home Supply, Winfield Tax Service, Hometown Furniture and Mattress, Bolivar Flooring, Butler Funeral Home, Bill Grant Ford, Black Rock Arms, Animal Care Clinic, Oak Star Bank, Farmers Market of Bolivar, and Bolivar Plumbing, Heating and Air. Thanks for listening to this Bolivar Liberator Sports broadcast made possible by these proud sponsors. Tell them how much you appreciate their sponsorship of Liberator Athletics and